ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents Resolve.
Second station, but this time, Ulan challenging the blockers and making it
Composure. Control.
From the other side. Passes again. And that. The Lady Dominoes in control so far of set number 2.
Confidence.
This is what you wanted to say. Yeah. Check ball. Will they go 5 straight? That's big! Closes the set!
Perseverance.
Solo block. Podcast naman ngayon. Roll, set.
Oh, and Santiago still gets the line.
Grace.
Manta. Off to Baniel Juan. And we're tied to Pineda. Pineda.
Resilience.
Oh! Nobody home for Anderson! And Antonio! Di uno si Valdez, malapit sa net. Kuha pa rin. Goal goal.
Tenacity.
Again! Door.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
Looks like again for Jesus.
Well, after the National University men's volleyball team take game number 1 of their best of 3 series here at the Araneta Coliseum over the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles, we get to the second game of our Saturday doubleheader, and it is sudden death Saturday. The end of the stepladder series is today when the Ateneo de Manila University Lady Eagles, the number 3 team in the league, go up against the National University Lady Bulldogs, the second-seeded team in the league, one more time to decide who goes to the finals. It is all live. It is all exclusive here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action, courtesy of ABS-CBN Sports. Hello and good afternoon. You're also watching us on Balls HD Channel 167. I'm Boom Gonzalez together with Andrew Mulia, and also later on our team, which will complete the whole broadcast coverage team, is of course we are joined by Selena Dagdag from Ateneo and Trisha Robredo of National University. They will give us the inside information on these two teams who are duking it out, and to the prize of this match is to meet the defending champions, the undefeated De La Salle University Lady Spikers, who have been waiting for an opponent, and they'll finally find out today.
That's right, and of course we know that it hasn't been an easy journey for Ateneo. Of course, they had to beat NU in that first game in the stepladder, and today it's NU's chance to really defend their position and finally, if ever, meet La Salle in the finals.
An emotional 4-set win by Ateneo de Manila University over Jaja Santiago and the rest of the National U Lady Bulldogs last Wednesday at the arena in San Juan. Ateneo got off to a good start in that match. They faltered midway in the second set, but they regained their composure in the third and fourth. And what about that fourth set? And coming back from 24-21 down to win it.
You know, coaches would say, and a lot of the viewers, ang nakikita natin sa Ateneo ay yung kapit, and then that's why I guess that set extended to all the way to 31. That's how much both these teams, of course, wanted to win that set, but in the end, it was really the determination of Ateneo that gave them that win.
Look at the second set adjustment of National University. They look like that number 2 team that we know were winning that set 25-12, but they were not able to follow it up with another set win. Now, for those of you who don't understand what's going on, Ateneo needs to win twice over the second seed National University team, and that's what they're trying to accomplish today. the twice-to-beat advantage in the UAP is golden, and National U knows that, but they have one more chance to get into the finals today, but the pressure is on them, and
That's right. Of course, they actually had that chance. Isang talo lang, no? Isang game lang yung kinailangan nila for them to make it to the finals. But, yun nga sinabi natin, because of the determination of Ateneo, they were able to pull off and extend. And hopefully, if they win today, of course, their goal is to make it to the finals.
And one of the other things, other than determination, is the teamwork that Ateneo showcased, not only in the match against National University, but also even when you go back to Adamson University. One of the points that we made in that match was there were more scorers other than Eliza Valdez. Yes, Eliza's going to get her numbers, and boy, did she get her numbers in that last match. But there was ample support. Actually, that girl on your screens, Ella De Jesus, the last 2 points of that fourth set belonged to her.
That's right. And you see what has changed with Ateneo is that their play is evolving quickly. You mentioned it. The younger players are now adjusting and really making their presence felt. So equally in each and every rotation, there is somebody delivering, aside just from Valdez.
And we'll show you those numbers and more about Ateneo and National University when we come back after the short break.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends. This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
Back here at the Araneta Coliseum for more of this stepladder series between National University and Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles, the do-or-die match between the two teams. We talked about Ateneo and the ample support that Eliza Valdez had in that last game against National University. Let's break it down in terms of the numbers, Anne.
Well, we mentioned how now more and more players are actually stepping up. And we see more and more names also here for the Ateneo squad. You see, of course, Valdez will always be there. You have De Jesus, who has been the 7th man for Ateneo over the past couple of years. But you also have the younger ones like Morente that really is making her presence felt.
Then, of course, you have Patongon and then Ahumiro, and of course, then Lazaro doing her thing on defense for the Lady Eagles. As you will see the numbers, the last 2 games we mentioned, these were the protagonists. De Jesus, Morente have been great support for Eliza Valdez. Valdez was the same herself, 29 points, but big numbers from De Jesus and the rookie Michelle Morente. Ateneo, the perception is they're coming together at the right time. And speaking of perception, let's find out what the view of the star of Ateneo will be going into this matchup. Eliza Valdez talked to Selena Dagdag. Let's listen to this.
So Eliza, napakadaming nagulat nung napanalo niyo yung laban niyo sa NU na nakaraang Wednesday. Ikwento mo naman sa amin kung ano ba yung nangyari sa dugout pagkatapos ng game.
Pagkatapos ng game, sa una talaga sobrang speechless namin lahat kasi we didn't expect talaga na mananalo din. And naglaro lang talaga kami sa team, nagkaroon kami ng unity and teamwork and heart strong na sinasabi ni Coach Tai. Pero after a while, parang nag-sink in na parang wow, nanalo nga kasi andun din yung mga sina Father Nemi, Father Jet. So parang sobrang happy lang and very proud talaga kami sa isa't isa.
So Eliza, napakaganda ng performance na nakita namin sa'yo ng game na yon. Pero paano ba nakatulong sa'yo yung teammates mo?
Siyempre, it's a team effort talaga eh. May mag-receive, may mag-set, and papalo. Kami naman, pag naka-point ka kasi, hindi naman lang para sa yun. It's for the whole team, for my coaches, for everyone talaga. Kaya sobrang happy ako na hindi lang din naman talaga teammates yung turingan namin lahat. And we're like sisters, and we're a family. So,
Thank you, Eliza. Congratulations ulit, tsaka good luck sa game niya mamaya. Boom and Dan.
Thank you very much, Selena. Well, she mentioned the word family. That's what it is on the other side of the fence, National University. Obviously, the sisters, Jaja Santiago and Dindin Santiago, the focal point of the Lady Bulldogs. Unfortunately for them, and sila lang yung nag-deliver the last match.
That's right. And yun nga yung sinasabi natin, what worked for Ateneo was that they had a lot of support. But in this case, if there are only 2 people delivering, then it would really be difficult for them to snatch that win against Ateneo.
Medyo nagkulang ng suporta. Pinag-uusapan natin nung last game, yung sila Aganon, Pablo, even Ordaz was very quiet in that match. And National University obviously very good sister act for the NU Lady Bulldogs, but it won't be enough even if they produce these kinds of numbers. And in this match, actually, nauna pa si Jaja Santiago.
That's right. And of course, the numbers that we are looking for, no, bukod dito kay Jaja and Dindin, you need the outside hitters to also deliver.
That's right.
That's a very crucial position, of course.
Well, let's pick the brain of the coach, Edjet Mabayad, who had this interview care of Trisha Robredo. Let's listen to what he thinks coming into this do-or-die matchup against Ateneo.
So coach, nakapanghinaya nga po yung talo natin against Ateneo at ngayon kailangan natin pumasok sa do-or-die match. May pressure po ba kayong nararamdaman?
Wala naman sa ngayon kasi nakikita naman namin sa ginagalaw ng mga bata na willing silang gawin ng lahat para manalo ngayon. Binibigay nila lahat lalo sa ensayo. Kaya confident naman kami na makakapasok.
Coach, ano naman po yung pinaka-importanting lesson na natutunan ninyo na madadala nyo ngayong araw sa larong ito?
Yun nga, yung masyadong kumpiyansa, niremind namin sila na huwag masyadong mag-relax sa kalaban dahil yung kalaban natin is meron ding experience sa championship. Kumbaga, tugon champion din yan. So, hindi tayo pwede magpabaya at mag-relax. Kailangan ibigay pa rin natin yung magandang laban sa kanila.
Sige, salamat coach at good luck po sa atin. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Trisha Robredo. This should be interesting for all the marbles to get to the finals. Coach Edjet Mabayad, you heard his thoughts. He'll go up against Coach Tai Bundit, who's looking to steer his own team to the finals on his very first stint. Match number 60 is a do-or-die match between Ateneo and National University when we come back here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends. This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Greatness never ends.
Yul Benosa, International Referee. Our second referee, Erlindo Eusebio, National Referee. Now let us meet the starters. First, for the Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles. Number 8, Ella De Jesus. Number 16, Amy Ahomiro. Number 12, Gia Morado. Number 1, Ariel Patnomon. Number 3, Michelle Morente. Number 2, Team Captain Alyssa Valdez. Their libero number 13, Denden Lazaro. And the head coach of the Lady Eagles, Anusorn Tai Bundit. And now let's meet the starters for the National University Lady Bulldogs. Number 17, Myla Pablo. Number 2, Ivy Perez. Number 4, Mina Acanon. Number 9, Aiko Urdas. Number 3, Jaja Santiago. Number 16, Team Captain Dindin Santiago. Their libero number 5, Fatima General. And the head coach of the Lady Bulldogs, Edjet Mabayad. It's win or go home.
Sudden Death Saturday at the Big Dome, the Araneta Coliseum, playing host to Ateneo National U Day. It's ADMU and NU Day today as they battled in Game 1 of the finals of the men's volleyball tournament and then in the women's volleyball tournament. And we're ready. Final day. Final step ladder game to decide who will make it to the finals of the women's volleyball tournament. DLSU Lady Spikers waiting in the wings. Valdez and Santiago, the first two attackers of the team. And then Ahumiro is the one to put it away in this very noisy, and I say that in all positivity, and noisy venue that we are in right now.
And you know, it helps. It could go either way for the player. It helps pag ganyan kaingay. For a team like Ateneo, they know that the crowd is cheering for them. And nakakatulong yun to boost their morale.
Let's check in with Selena Dagdag right away. Selena?
Yes, Boom and Ann, it's interesting to know that while I was speaking to the Lady Eagles just before the game started in the dugout, they were telling me that they were feeling very calm, very positive, and very relaxed about today's matchup. In fact, they were telling me that they want to eliminate any form of pressure as they come into today's game. Ikinunto pa nga nila sa akin sa totoo lang, hindi daw nila ine-expect na makakarating sila na ganitong kalayo this season. Everything else that came, especially after their qualifications in the Final Four, is nothing but a happy bonus for them. As they come into today's game, you could expect the girls to give it their all. But more than anything, they want to focus on simply enjoying this game they love. In fact, at the end of the huddle, they rarely say one big fight now. They say happy fighting. Boom and Ann.
Happy fighting, heart strong, those are the things that have taken over. But the first service ace is courtesy of National U, who feel very confident coming into this match, knowing that they've learned lessons from last year's semifinals and this year's match against, or at least Wednesday's match against Ateneo.
Now it's going to be a big test as well, how they will handle the pressure coming from the crowd.
Eliza able to send it over. Atake ni Aganon. Cross court. Lazaro was there. Morado. Valdez. That's a net block. As we go to Trisha Robredo.
The NU dugout right after losing to Ateneo, there were actually more surprised faces than sad ones, as everyone was actually stunned with the performance of the Lady Bulldogs. Alam ng lahat, pati na mismo ng girls, na malayo at masigit pa ang kanilang kayang ibigay kumpara sa kanilang naipakita. Biruan nga sa kupunan ngayon, kung titingnan daw ang galaw nila, akala mo naman kung sinong tulog at nakulam. Na while Coach Edget gave credit to the Lady Eagles for a game well played, he believes that they went up against a very different and a very backward NU squad. Pansin niya nga na pasulpot-sulpot yung depensa, hindi nakakomit sa blocks at naging tentative sa opensa. Most unfortunately, there were problems in communication, and there was also a problem, and there was also considerable mental disconnect. But more of my report after this time out. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Trisha. We'll listen into Ateneo right now.
Standing, no block nga, ha? No problem. Happy, happy. Armstrong. Viking. One more boy, keep. Go up, one more.
Then, kumalas ka ha. Back quick.
Standing nga, ha?
I like what Trisha Robredo was saying earlier, pointing out as you look at some of the Ateneo players from the basketball team in attendance. Trisha pointing out the mental disconnect, sabi niya, in that game, especially after they bounced back and in that second set where they played so well and limited Ateneo to 12 points.
Exactly.
And then they could not get it together in sets 3 and 4.
It was a very convincing win, and that's something that Coach Edget and even the previous coaches have pointed out. It's sometimes it's the mental challenge. That's what is making it difficult for the team.
Well, speaking of mental, 24-21, you're ahead. You're ready to put away the set at set point, and then hinabol ka by a perceived younger team, diba? Less experienced team. And Ateneo has done that twice this year, by the way, as Ateneo scores again. Remember the comeback against Adamson when they were down 13-11 and 24-21. So we are looking at an NU team that is hoping to learn from that experience as they give up 2 points to Ateneo right now. Ahumiro serving 3-5. This girl's going to be crucial here. Talking about Aiko Ordas. Let's go back to Trisha Robredo.
Well, Boom, back to my report. Sabi nga ni Coach Edget sa bawat isa na ibigay na ang buong sarili sa laro. Sabi niya nga, isolate the crowd, remove all distractions, and focus on the game alone. Lastly, I told the girls to feel the sense of urgency because today, we go hard or we go home. Back to you, Boom and Ann.
Thank you very much, because there's no other option. Go hard or go home, as Baldo able to reject Santiago. courtesy of our Betadine block of the set. Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash for red days. It's better to be protected. It will all boil down to really both of them, Santiago and Valdez. We know that they will be producing probably most of the points. In the last game, it was Jaja, Santiago, but generally, or on the average, it is really about Dindin and Eliza. But whoever gets more support today, that is the team that's going to go through.
That's right. And I guess that's something that NU would have already seen, realized, and yun yung kailangan nila i-address today.
Urdas. And that's why I say Urdas is going to be crucial. Together with Aganon and maybe even Myla Pablo, who has had her ups and downs this season. Abante pa rin ng National U, 5 serving 6. Great crowd here at the Big Dome. We wish you were here with us, but if not, thank you for watching us on ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
It was received, but luckily for NU, they get that point.
7 will be serving 5. Mina Aganon. Yes, let's check ball and it's in anyway.
No defense there for NU.
29 points in that last match. And still got ample support. Winning in 4 sets, and now a chance to go back to the finals. Just like that for her team, because this is her team. Ella De Jesus delivering the killer blow in that previous game. The dive by Morado, the set by Lazaro. Chance for NU here, Santiago unable to put it away. Morado back to Morente, who was key in that final matchup. Pablo. What is the call? Check ball is the call.
Now we see Perez making use of all her frontliners.
And we have a timeout here. 8-6 is our score. Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa loob ng Araneta Coliseum para po sa labanan ng National University at Ateneo de Manila University. Yan po yung ating trying to see whether there was a check. Referees say there was, so the point goes to National University. Maigting ang labanan sa simula pa lang dito sa ating first set.
At dahil sa sobrang higpit ng labanan, even points like that, of course, no?
Mabigat.
Very important, mabigat kung kanino mapupunta yung putos.
Oh, what a down-the-line attack by the elevator. To the delight of the blue side of things. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, expect more from the small sedan. You personally think she even has a higher elevation this year compared to in years past?
That's right. She lost a lot of weight. We see her more fit, especially in this year. And exactly that, 2 consecutive points.
Probably the smallest girl on the court right now. And no, not probably. Definitely. I think it's no doubt right now she is. But boy, that came with a wallop.
She's not one of the tallest, but she has that explosive jump.
And that's not gonna work. Other side for Morente. Masyadong malaki or masyadong wide yung kanyang cut shot. 9, serving 8, Jaja Santiago, the rookie. By the way, National U has 3 graduating players today. If they lose, this will be the last time we'll see them. Dindin, Mina Aganon,
And
Cookie Saliban. As Jaja gets a service ace here for a 2-point lead. Nobody home for Ateneo. And if Ateneo loses today, I think it's only Tash Faustino will be leaving the team. Great block. The wall provided by Pablo and Santiago. The lead will be 3 now.
And if you're NU, of course, you have to make sure They take advantage of that strength. In their last game against Ateneo, while they lost it, they actually scored 11 points from their blocks.
Really their strength over Ateneo, no doubt. Free ball pa ang binigay. Over receive. Jesus right now making something out of that. Take back momentum. Sheriff for high spike of the game. Sheriff for PGM, the multivitamins for teens para tangkad sagad. And service ace for the Lady Eagles to keep in step with the Lady Bulldogs. Coach Tai, very active. He probably has lost a lot of weight
From
the last
all
2 weeks.
the movements. I was telling you earlier, he really likes to run.
He does, he does. Very active coach. General. Santiago makes something out of this. What an attack. Saved still by the Lady Eagles in a free ball. What are they going to do? Dindin asking for it on the running attack. But guess who's there?
De Jesus getting that block. Again, she's probably saying, don't underestimate my height.
Look at that. Oh, that cannot be more contradictory, no? Yung tangkad ni Dindin. 4 points for Ella De Jesus. Pablo. Nice approach. This girl has got to come up for National University. I mean, everybody has to do their share, no doubt. Gatorade fueled spike of the game. Gatorade win from within. Beautiful approach from Myla Pablo.
And for NU, they have to do it consistently.
Right. Morente. General. Aganon. Sent back. Perez. Kinaliwa. Ni Dindin. Sent over. That's a touch by Ella De Jesus. Great instinct by Ivy Perez on the second ball. Haba nung kalamay nitong si Ivy Perez.
And of course, very big advantage with that height.
Yeah.
You're a setter, you get to defend that
Right.
down the line area.
Lead is 2 again. Combination play. Santiago sends it back. De Jesus will try a soft attack. Aganon from the other side. Checked. Aganon will try again. Valdez was there. They go back to Ella. And it's a check ball.
Ella woke up at the right side of the bed.
The trajectory of that ball changed a bit. And our first referee right on top of the action. There you go. Very clear on our slow-mo. Jesus will serve, which only means that Valdez is back in the front line. That's a legal in. Oh, no. 4 touches. But just in case people are wondering, yes, you can use your foot.
Any part of your body,
Right.
for as long as the ball doesn't hit the floor, it's good.
Yan po yung para sa mga nanonood ng volleyball na first-timers na nanonood sa atin ngayon sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Masyado mababa at tumama patuloy si Dindin. So, ganun-ganun lang, umabante ng Ateneo dito kasamang Ann.
Nothing going the way of NU. You see Perez calming down her teammates.
That set was too low for Dindin.
And of course, if there's anything that they should maximize, it's her height, it's her reach.
And again, Ivy Perez outsmarting Valdez in that sequence, tying the match at 14, and she will go to the service deck. Gia Morado, the rookie setter, taking over the number of Jem Ferrer at 12, who's in attendance, I believe.
A lot of graduates and former players, of course, watching today's game.
Underhand running set by Gia Morado, serving it up to Eliza Valdez. Look at this. Look at the chase, and she picks it up. Wow. Making something out of nothing there. 15 serving 14. Nice find by Aiko Ordaz, tying the match at 15. Maybe in for a long one, man. long and entertaining match, the way it's going. Patnongan is checked. Patnongan sends it back. Chance for NU to Ordas. Ike Ordas awake here in set number 1. 16-15 is our score. Patuloy po ang ating aksyon dito sa Araneta Coliseum. Kung sino-sino po ang nakikita natin. Basketball players, college level, the pros, all in attendance. Dati po mga naglalaro sa UAB, JRS from UP. Kiefer, of course, in attendance still here today.
It's always good to see that there are actually other personalities.
From different levels.
Exactly. Watching UAB volleyball.
At mula kanina pa yan sa men's. Yung laban ng National U at Ateneo para doon po sa hindi nakakalam. Nakauna na po ang defending champions in game number 1. Straight sets, tough sets against Ateneo. Really exciting match. Game number 1 and National U taking that one in the meantime. Dalawa na po ang abante ng National U dito in set number 1. Patnongan, a running attack. Taken by National U. They go to Ike Ordas again. And that's it.
Kailangan sa NU dinadaan sa bilis.
Oishioa, moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises. Back set by Perez. And another timeout called by Coach Tai.
King Tao, all of them. Strong, happy. Receive good, post by. One court thinking. Not strong. Confident.
JC Intal, also in attendance. I like how Coach Tai even bowed to the camera after the timeout. How respectful of him.
He knows their viewers.
The campaign so far of Ateneo with him, in your opinion, Anne, as we look at Liza Valdez here, trying to drop the shot. Successful, you think?
I think,
despite what happens in this game?
I think so, because coming from Eliza, nagaling na sa kanya, no, they weren't expecting that they would go all the way here sa semifinals, and yun na nga, bonus na siya. No? And I think with a lineup as young as this, then we'd say that even if they lose this game, it's already a successful season for them.
For National U, of course, we all know that the target this year was nothing lower than the finals appearance, no question.
That today, of course, they have the chance to defend that and see LaSalle in the finals.
By the way, as Ateneo gets that point on a miss hit by Mina Aganon, their 10-game winning streak was halted by LaSalle. So now, for the first time this season, they have a 2-game losing streak, talking about the Lady Bulldogs, while the Eagles, in the meantime, who have kept this ball alive, have a 6-game winning streak going. And Jaja Santiago wants to end that emphatically too.
And we need to see more quick plays, low sets for the Santiago sisters, which we know is something that is very effective for NU.
Ginaganon. Coach Edget Mabayan. As Baldos serves 18, serving 19. Perez chooses Jaja, the left hand. This is a free ball with the Lady Eagles. A surprise attack from Ariel Patnongan, the cheer from Coach Tai after.
Good call by Morado.
Good for her confidence too, and if she can get those attacks here or there. Tied at 19. Over received free ball for Ateneo, and they go to Morente. Perez digs. Pablo. That's good. Then will do the honors. Oh, what a soft attack. And it worked.
The percentage of De Jesus in today's game would be very high.
Fudgy bar, O-bar sa saya, O-bar sa sarap. Abante ang Ateneo 20-19.
Huwag mo na kausap. Sabi ko sa inyo, mag-focus kayo sa ano eh. Ha? Okay. Pag binigyan kayo, palo. Tapos yung spiker mo, si Jaja, pag maganda, bigay mo B. Ayusin mo ha. Ayusin mo yung palo, huwag kang maghuhulog. O, 5. Hindi ka kahit sa bibigay.
National! Yeah!
Well, the word focus was thrown in there a couple of times in that National U huddle. Something that they tend to lose every now and then. Seesaw battle here in the first set. And you're all enjoying it live on ABS-CBN Sports in Action.
Not the best hit for Jaja.
Which sets up Ella De Jesus again. And we are tied once again at 20 all. Boy, the people here at Araneta getting their money's worth first set pa lang.
And you see that each and every move, each and every touch, may sigaw.
Morado. Again able to set while running and chasing that ball. And Morente makes something out of it. So abante na naman ang National University. It's a pendulum match so far. 21 serving 20. Dindin Santiago on your screens. The leader, captain. Chance for Ateneo. Morente, masyado. Oh, that's a check ball. She actually had to adjust, ano, Ann?
That's right. Point though for Ateneo.
A crucial part of the set, Ann, and Coach Edgen calls another timeout.
Huwag kang pumalo ng diretso. Siyempre, kang palo. Kaming, ano, kasi naabot nila. Tuloy lang. Tama yun, malayo sa natansin. Saan ba siya? Likod, di ba? O siya, maganda naman ang receive IP. Maganda, patumba mo siya si Myla sa dulo. Biluhan mo mabuti, ha? Palo. Ang palo mo ang bracket mo si Morente. O, sige. Labasan mo. Sa mga tapes.
Crucial part of this first set. And a 2-point lead has been a luxury. The way this match has been played.
That's right, and you of course already using up both their timeouts. They need to be more focused as they end this set.
Show some experience also. Oh, what an attack. It was a perfect set by Ivy Perez. Jaja Santiago, when she's that high up, there's really nothing you can do. And she took again the advice of the coaching staff, no, hindi dumiretso.
That's the right height, that's the right angle for Jaja. And yun yung tama, no? If Perez sets it up at the right point at aabutin ni Jaja, her reach is very high. And obviously, walang makakatapat on the other side.
Percentage-wise, mataas yun. At inanggulo pa, kaya mas mahirap. Chance for National U to tie here. Pablo over-adjusting. No check ball. Ivy Perez umaangal. Sabi niya, check daw.
Take a look at that.
Doesn't look like it. So the lead is still at 2. Santiago. See that snap of the wrist of Dindin Santiago from our angle, and where she takes off.
See how badly she wants the point. And that's always key, ano, yung flick of the wrist for all the attackers.
She's back in the front line. This girl is not yet in the front line because but she can still be effective. And set point, and
Ateneo Look at this. Valdez from the back.
And you did not see that coming, Anne.
And you saw that both the defenders were actually on opposite sides. It landed in between at walang nag-attempt to get it.
Chance for Ateneo to put the set to bed. Nope, NU says not yet. But Ateneo says yes. Coach Tai getting his nose in front here. Do or die Saturday. Ateneo winning 25-22 in front of a mammoth crowd at the Araneta Coliseum. The good news for National U, set 1 pa lamang yan.
Umpisa pa lang.
Umpisa pa lamang. But Coach Tai says set 1 probably is crucial to them. We will be back here at the Big Dome. So the Lady Eagles of Ateneo duplicate what they did in the previous match, taking set number 1 over National University. And your thoughts on the numbers, Anne?
Well, looking at it, the Lady Eagles seemed very relaxed, but focused in that first set. Hindi nila pinalayo yung NU. And if anything, we saw that each and everyone are actually contributing, especially, of course, Valdez. We know we expect that. De Jesus was really hot in the first set with 6 points. Boom.
Valdez with 7 now after that attack. Yeah, what De Jesus. On the other side naman, yun yung hindi natin nakikita sa NU.
Oh, that's right.
Well, they do have 4 points from Jaja. Dindin is not yet making any kind of impact.
And they need the players to really produce the points, have more aggressive attacks. What you need is to threaten Ateneo.
Right.
And that's something that Ateneo doesn't feel at this point. Kasi ang nangyayari,
Tama.
it looks like Ateneo is actually more in control.
Baliktad pa nga yata kasamang Ann. Pinalik ni Urdas yung palo ni Eliza Valdez.
Finally, a threat at the net.
Betadine block of the set, courtesy of Urdas. Betadine 7.5% feminine wash for red days. It's better to be protected.
That's what NU needs to show Ateneo, that they actually are the more experienced team.
Oh, what a block. An offensive block courtesy of Jaja, if I'm not mistaken. The tallest player on the floor.
And you see Jaja really keeping an eye on Valdez. Before jumping, tinimingan talaga tong si Valdez.
2-1. That's a faster set by Gia Morado. A quicker set, so the blockers were not able to consolidate properly, Anne.
Have to commend Morado for all the adjustments that she's doing while the game is in play.
And she's serving right now 2-all. Oh, that's a great setup by Perez. Hinabol pa ni Lazaro. And a free ball for National U. Oh, turned into an error.
Reception was too close to the net for Perez.
Ayaw, yung kanya elbow rin, tumama sa ano.
Tried to go for a one-hand set.
Because of the error.
Oh, another one.
Regalo. Pero nakuha ng Ateneo. Valdez, that's a net block. Let's go to Selena Dagdag right now. Selena?
Yes, Luminan coming into the second set. Coach Tai reminds the girls to speed up their tempo and gun for quicker hits. In fact, he even demonstrates in the huddle earlier how they must angle their hands in order for them to minimize their outside shots. Now, team captain Eliza also reminds the team to take it 1 point at a time. Diin niya, huwag tayo ma-frustrate pag nakalamang ang kalaban. Bawi na lang tayo kaagad. As she puts it, ganun lang ulit. Basta relax, focus, and enjoy the game at dumipensa lang tayo. Finally, Coach Tai repeatedly said the word unity in that huddle and tells the girls that this is one thing they should all keep in mind throughout this set. Madam.
Thank you very much, Selena. Well, Coach Tai reiterating, as you look at the scene there from both coaches, ito yung error ni Aiko Ordas, ayun, hinampas, kaya nahuli ng second referee natin. Yun pa, yung sinasabi ni Coach Tai, he wants quicker sets because obviously National U is the better blocker team.
And what you need is to be less pag ganyan. It's very predictable for the blockers of NU. It's easy for them na pumosisyon, timingan. But if you make your attackers move in front, maghahabol. May extra effort na kailangan ng NU. Basahin at maghabol ng atake.
For all, same pattern for set number 2. The blocking of National U now coming together here in this set. Let's look at this. Reverse set to Morente. Easily read. Perez finding a spot. Six, serving 4. National U looking to bounce back here in the second set. And the blocking again, reading it well there for a 3-point lead in set number 2.
So this is the kind of threat that, of course, we expect from NU.
De Jesus, and again!
No ball getting through.
Yes! National U showing their might at the net and a 4-point lead. Now we're looking at the players from National University who got their first win in the best-of-3 series against Ateneo today, earlier today, in front of the same crowd who have been here since game number 1. The women's team looking to do the same, win against Ateneo for a different reason. They want to get to the finals ng National University Men's Volleyball Tournament. Team rather, ay nakauna na sa finals. Okay, more from NU from Trisha Robredo.
Well, Bubanan, in a conversation I had with the girls before the start of this match, they told me that their loss taught them very important lessons. First is to never take anyone lightly because there is more at stake. Talagang le-level up ang lahat. Kaya naman pinagsabihan ng Lady Bulldogs na hindi lang dapat kay Baldo ang atensyon kundi sa ibang Lady Eagles din. Secondly, the girls realized that there are a lot of factors they can't control like the crowd and the calls. This is why Coach Edget reminded his team to devote their energies on those they have power over. In the huddle, Coach commented on the points they gave out due to errors and partly disobedience. Sabi niya nga, hindi ngayon yung oras para mag-experiment. Stick to the game plan and all will well. Lastly, sabi ni Coach, ngiti lang kayo dahil makabawi tayo. Isang set pa lang yun and we can still get it back. Back to you, Rumadan.
Maraming salamat, Trisha. Disobedient, sabi ni Coach Edget.
Well, let's see. Tama naman, it's one set pa lang yun.
Right.
They still have the second set. They're leading by 4 points.
Pinakamalaking abante dito ay 5. Actually, it's the biggest lead in either set by either team. Santiago making something out of that. And it qualifies as our Oishi Oh-Wow moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises. Patnongan misreading that.
And you see the advantage of being that tall. Her really seeing the opening on the right side of the court.
Yes. Ganda. Bird's eye view, no?
Oo.
Oh, Perez one-handed. Free ball for Ateneo. Down 5. Jesus again and blocked again. Ivy Perez flexing her muscles at the net.
Know what Coach Tai will tell the team. What he wants is to see more quick plays, not those high sets on both wings,
Right.
on both sides.
The advantage of having Ivy Perez again as a setter is her height and her length at that net. Morente, not good enough. Morado sets it back to Morente. And again, dito pa lang sa set na to, nakakarami ng block points. This is a big lead at 7. Coach Dai calls a timeout.
Hey. Take over, yeah. Hot, yeah. Huh? Take over on line. One more, take over. Yeah? Not inside, no. Huh? Take over. Hey, okay, lah. One more. Quick more. Hey, hands off here.
Remember, Ateneo only able to muster 12 points in set number 2 of the previous match. Fudgy bar, O-bar sa saya, O-bar sa sarap. And they have to maintain this kind of attitude regardless of what's going on, because alam mo yung National U pag nagsa-struggle, kitang-kita mo sa kanila.
They're very transparent that way, and even dun sa kanilang kalaban na team, hindi nila natatago. That's why a team like Ateneo na walang pressure, plays with no pressure, they take advantage of that.
That's really the reality. The pressure is on the number 2 team, trying to protect their twice-to-beat advantage. And obviously, they're needing every bit of it. Better defense from the National U side, whether it's blocking or their floor defense. Look at that. Nothing going through. Sa kabila naman. And it's forcing Ateneo to adjust too much sometimes.
And again, we know that the more experienced team here is NU.
Eh, nakangiti lang itong National U. 14 serving 5, looking really good. In set number 2 are the Lady Bulldogs. And another free ball going their way. Nice out. Doesn't work for Dindin this time.
But there was a touch.
Touch ball, sorry, yes. By, it's a check by Ella pala, no?
Look at this. Humabol pa, sumabit ng konti.
Oo nga. Kaya rin umusog yung bola. Oh, but muscle. Nice serve. Nice set. And an equally good attack from Pablo, but able to save it was Valdez. Perez.
Oh, look at that.
Dindin was asking for it.
Quick plays. Really worked for NU.
It is spectacular set by Perez. Santiago puts it away. And a Suzuki drive for the win play of the game. Suzuki Swift Desire. All your desires made compact from Suzuki Way of Life. Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa kani-kanilang mga probinsya. Nakatutok dito po sa UAP Women's Volleyball Competition. Abante ng 10. Itong National University who have found their groove here and they continue to look good in set number 2. Aganon this time, puts it away.
Nice sharp angle.
That's what we know about her. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, expect more from the small sedan. It's a collective effort. That's what they need as Myla Pablo throws away that serve. But enough cushion at 10 points. Not safe yet, but enough to accommodate an error like that.
But of course, if you lost a set, if you lost the previous set, what you want is to really make a point. And yun yung mga sayang na error, no, at the service area.
You, kumbaga, the saying, you kick them while they're down. Nice dive there by Pablo. Good coverage by Admu, and a good counter attack by the Lady Bulldogs.
Quick reflexes there.
Yes. What has changed for Ateneo here in set number 2? We pointed out what NU is doing well right now, but for Ateneo,
they seem very quiet. They look a little bit pressured and stunned. You see, defense is still there, but what they're unable to do is get the points from their attacks. Napigilan sila nitong NU. It's like NU has a wall on the other side of the net.
and that's out. Even if it went through the wall, it was long.
So now if you're an attacker of on the side of Ateneo, dalawa na yung iisipin mo, no? Paano mo ipapasok yung bola, sa ang angulo mo mapapadaanin, and it's not that easy. Mukha lang madali, they make it look easy, but it really is not.
Perez serving, and that hits the net. Sorry, hits the line rather. Oh, everything clicking here for National U. Scenes from that previous match.
One good, spy. One no good. No spy. Hey, hell, defense. Everybody ready, hell. One more, two more play. No problem. One attack, first.
Set doesn't look good for Ateneo, but Coach Tai not giving up on it because you also don't want them to fall into that kind of body language. Baka madala nila sa set number 3. No?
That's right. Let's see if they can quickly adjust. This will be a far climb, but yung importante dito, maidikit nila yung score here in the second set.
Again, the blocking has been sensational for National U, and they get the point.
Valdez obviously unhappy.
Cannot believe it, but Dindin saying it was near the net. Sabi niya, parang tinuturo niya yung net yung nag-block.
Of course, if you can get away with it. Walang umaamin dyan. No?
Oh, syempre.
You know, alam natin yan.
Oh, yes,
But
yes.
if you can get away with it.
Right. Look at that again.
It's like hitting straight into a wall. That's the story here in the second set.
Fortress. It's a fortress right now. National U. They have 8 blocks so far in set number 2.
Imagine that in their last game against Ateneo, they scored 11 block points. And now only in the second set, they have 8 already.
And it's translating to offense as Dindin Santiago gets a point. This is a massacre in set number 2. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin pagkatapos sa set number 1. And sabi, the good news for NU is that was only set number 1. The boos cascading here at the Araneta Coliseum. Another ball sent back. And another free ball for National U. Perez chooses Dindin. And Dindin is on a roll here. Set number 2.
Nagmamadali. They want to finish the second set right away, keeping Ateneo at a single-digit score.
Well, look at this. And at set point, National U looking to tie. And it's in the hands of Ivy Perez. Over-received. And a chance for NU. Right here. Aganon. Not yet. Be delayed. It's, you know, one of the most beautiful things about the game of volleyball is how momentum quickly changes just when you think it's with one team. Whether it's from set to set or within the game, or sometimes just a couple of points changes everything. And Valdez touches the net, according to our second referee, which gives the set to National University. We are tied, 1 set apiece. for the right to face LaSalle in a best of, or actually LaSalle having the thrice to beat advantage in the championship round. And look at that, dominating in set number 2 with the Lady Bulldogs. That is our scoreline for sets 1 and 2. A very tight set 1 where Ateneo just cranked it up towards the end. But here in set number 2, National U cranking it up from the start, from 4-all. Nung sinabi natin dikit-dikit, biglang bumitaw itong National University.
But looking at the numbers, Boom, very convincing. 8 attack points, 8 block points in that set. And nakita rin natin what the problem was of Ateneo in the second set. They were unable to convert points. They really had a difficult time because Annie was just all over the net.
First point goes to Ateneo as we quickly, and batiin lang natin ang mga taga-Dubai na nanonood ngayon. National University getting that point right now. Ang mga taga-United Arab Emirates na nanonood din ngayon. Maraming salamat. Mga taga-Kalibo, mga taga-Bacolod. Maayong hapon sa inyong tanan. Salamat din sa inyong pagtanaw dito po sa UAP Women's Volleyball. Halong. Salamat sa inyong pag-tweet sa amin dito. 2 straight points from Amy Ahumiro here in set number 3.
Amy has been quiet the first 2 sets.
National U able to quiet down the crowd in Araneta too, which is predominantly rooting for Ateneo. Cannon again. She has such a quick technique.
So if you look at her attacks, Boom, it's not really that strong, but it's fast. It lands the floor really quickly.
And most of them are really diagonal. She doesn't do a lot of the down-the-line stuff. She really goes for cross-court stuff. She hears it from the crowd after the service error.
So for these players, of course, they have to think of the game. Another thing that they need to handle is the crowd.
Gia Morado, 3 serving 2. Over received. Point for Ateneo here. They haven't tasted the lead in a while. Four serving 2. Good serve. Great dig by Agano. She gets it back. Lazaro is there again. Perez. It's too low for the tallest woman on the court. Mosi mentioned that in the last match. There's still some problems between Ivy Perez and Jaja. More Jaja than Dindin in terms of the height of the set.
Because it's not always consistent, and
ganun.
that's something they need to address.
Balitaan mo naman kami, Selena Dagdag.
Yes, Boom and Anne, earlier in the huddle, team captain Eliza Valdez said that the first thing the Lady Eagles must do coming into the set is to relax. Sabi niya, ang kailangan muna natin gawin ay dapat mag-relax. Pagkatapos ay just play your game and don't mind their business. Now, the girls also tried to rally each other by discussing that it is important for them to stay focused but not be too tense as well. This said they wish to find a better balance between the two and stand ready for all sorts of hits. Now, Coach Tai also wants them to be more spirited and provide better coverage on their floor defense. Dagdag naman ni Coach Parley, cover lang tayo ng cover at pumalo kayo ng maayos. Basta pagtsagaan nyo lang at makukuha rin natin ang set na ito. Boom and Ann.
There you go. It's a brand new set, brand new life. For NU, the challenge is to sustain what they've already taken control of in set number 2. Ooh, nobody blocking there, and Urdas unable to put it away. It's a net block.
Valdez now having some difficulties at the net.
Five all. Back set to Eliza. Again, Pablo was there to block. Sa kabila naman, over-adjusting was Michelle Morente. Now the blocking has not just produced points, but has bothered the attackers of Ateneo now.
plays, I mean, they do get a good reception. Ang kailangan niya paikutin lang yung kanyang frontliners.
Valdez, soft hit. Up, that touches the antenna, an automatic violation in the sport of volleyball, and an automatic point will go to Ateneo. Sa kabila naman tayo, makichismis kay Trisha Robredo.
Bumanan, if there's anything Coach Edget wants these girls to develop, it is that winning attitude. Kung lumamang na kayo, huwag kayong tumigil lamangan, di ba? Well, Coach is happy with how the second set turned out for the Lady Bulldogs. He told them to stay aggressive and to keep working. He expressed satisfaction with their performance in the blocking department, pero sabi niya, anticipate niyo na ang mga hulog na malamang ay gagawin nila. Sabi niya rin, basahin niyo sila ng mabuti and adjust accordingly. Lastly, sabi ni Coach, huwag kayong mag-relax. Susubukang makabawi ng Lady Eagles, pero huwag niyo silang hahayaan. That's all for now, Bumadan.
Maraming salamat, Trisha. Combination play for Ateneo working, and it is the rookie who is able to put it away. And they get into the first technical timeout with the lead. We welcome you back with the Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Great play. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, expect more from the small sedan. Some of the players from the Ateneo men's volleyball squad, of course, sticking around to support the women's team, and some of the former players of Ateneo, apparently from the last champion or last team that made it to the finals. We will try to confirm that, but that is what has been whispered to us. Cheering on the Lady Eagles, who are ahead here, 9-6, of course, and
one of the former players as well. I saw his tweet earlier, sabi niya, it would be great to actually experience playing for a crowd like this, but for now, spectator muna for Ateneo.
But credit goes to him and all the other players in the past.
Yeah.
Again, you know, hindi natin pwedeng ipagkaila na they're the ones who, from all schools, including Coach Edget Mabayad, when he was still playing for FEU, they were the ones who set the stage for the current players now in the men's division naman. Balik tayo dito sa laban. Abante ng dalawa. Isa na lamang. Dahil nautakan ni Tintin Santiago ang Ateneo doon. Tinulak na lamang yung bola, actually. Owishi, oh wow, moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises. That's a push. Just the right touch para hindi tawagan ng holding. The double contact. Jesus from her launching pad. Blocked by Patnongon. Free ball for Ateneo will be given. Morado up to De Jesus through the block. That's what she was doing in set number 1.
And that's what she needs to do again here on the third set to maintain this lead against NU.
Chair for high spike of the game. Chair for PGM, the multivitamins for teens para tangkad sagad. Jaja on top of that ball. Abante ay isa na lamang as we continue to say hello to viewers from Lucena, from La Union. Salamat po.
Pampanga as well.
Pampanga, yan. Marami din dito lumuwas. Yung mga hindi nanonood sa TV ngayon, marami dito lumuwas sa Araneta para manood.
You would see them in groups, families, mga barkada.
Right. Abante ng dalawa. Ang Ateneo. Shel Morente overcooking that one. And also everybody watching via the Filipino channel all over the world. Also some friends in Canada. Salamat at nanonood kayo. Nagtitweet kayo sa amin dito ni Ann. We really appreciate it.
Oh, that one.
Too low. 11 all. All and 1 set all. Again, they go back to Eliza from the back, and that works every now and then.
Santiago apologizes for that one. Lumusot. Went through.
Yeah. In between. Di nakadikit yung mga blockers ng NU. Binawi ni Dindin. She's really starting to heat up.
And going more and more to that running play.
Yes, which is virtually unstoppable if she's on top like that. Gatorade fueled spike of the game. Gatorade win from within. 12 points already for Dindin. She was not even a factor nung set number 1. And so, nag-umiinit na talaga ang kapitan ng National University. Ngunit, nakakuha ng puntos na naman ang itong si Kiwi Ahumiro.
And of course, dahil 1-1 na tayo in this game, no, we expect the third set to really be close.
Oh! Look at, did you see that ball drop? Parang it was going to really sail out, but in the last second, the ball just dropped.
That's what is good about the floaters.
No spin, ano?
Oo.
No spin on the ball whatsoever.
If floater yan, biglang bumabagsak.
Right. Dindin again for her 13th point. And by the way, yung mga ganyang serve, pinapractice ko talaga.
Oo. Of course, they go through a lot of training so that they can properly target people on the other side of the court. They have control as well.
The boost for the captain of NU. She doesn't mind. She's a veteran already. Ooh! Liza Valdez slipping on her approach, and they still get a point. Valdez still on the floor. She's trying to shake it off. Again, you notice how I think she slipped.
But she's actually...
There, look at her left foot.
Oh, she
May konting konting tapilok, ha?
And yun nga sinasabi niya at the sideline, so magpapatape. She needs to
Retape.
retape.
And we all know, as she walks, Mina Gano there to the delight of the Ateneo crowd. You know that she is kind of knock-kneed a little bit when she walks, and now she's going to run to the bench to this timeout, 16-13. Betadine, block of the set. Betadine 7.5% feminine wash for Red Days. It's better to be protected. Tubong Batangas. Liza Valdez trying to shake off that left ankle issue. (16-13). Urdas takes off. Delayed by the block. Morente asking for it. Over the blockers. Back to Mina Ganon. And a touch on the net again. And this time, Pagnoman acknowledges it. And I say that because, and you play the game here in the UAP, you won a championship with LaSalle. And you know that sometimes umaangal tayo nung naglalaro tayo na, oy, di ko ginawa yun. But really, pag nahuhuli sa slow-mo, because yes, number one, if you can get away with it, then okay. But also, because of adrenaline, sometimes hindi na pinapapansin.
And things happen really fast. It's not because you want to lie on purpose,
No,
but
yes.
it's really minsan di mo talaga nararamdaman.
I've talked to players in the past and they say na hindi nila nagawa. When they watch the replay in the evening,
Oo nga, no?
parang sila mismo. Ay.
But then I guess yun nga, that's your initial reaction,
Right,
of
right.
course.
The game is so fast and the adrenaline sometimes so high that you don't notice certain things like that rush on the net sometimes, di mo napapansin. As you look at this, Fudgy Bar, O-Bar sa saya, O-Bar sa sarap. Ang abante ay dalawa, 15, serving 17. Combination play!
That combination, that play has been working for Ateneo. And that set, and we have Morente going for that attack.
And it was angle 2. Kombinasyon na, naka-angulo pa. So it's a good combination for them. The lead is 3. Nice serve! Now, the things that were working for NU are working for Ateneo here in set number 3 as they have recovered. They have the lead, but it's only at 4.
Lumapit sa akin, layo sa ating puntahan eh. Mahila, tao mo, umiikot na. Diba? Umiikot na yung tres tao mo yun. Si Morente, ba't pinapabayaan mo? Diba, sasama ka dapat kay, para hindi siya mahirapan mag-isa. Pinabayaan mo mag-isa, napalo na naman nila. Okay, apat lang yan. Kaya pa natin bawiin yan. Okay, sino spiker mo sa harap?
Si Lapong dalawa.
Dalawa, bahala ko sa
Hiwalay
mo lang, hiwalay mo.
Jabak. Nasunod! Yo!
Binigyan ka na palo mo. Wala pa yan.
The family in attendance, Ravenas.
Enjoying this game.
And Kiefer, he would always say that he cross-trains in volleyball. He's always been a volleyball fan, and Mosey, of course, we all know.
Very athletic family.
Yes. Enjoying the action. Another good serve by Ariel Patnongon. Pablo, though, putting it away, finding a spot and stopping the bleeding. Myla Pablo, when she gets up there, when it's a perfect set, look at the extension. Looks so good. She has to put it together, though, consistently.
Which is not the case, but Morente has been effective in this set.
Eagerly watching this match. LaSalle, of course.
Of course.
Not only watching from a fan standpoint, but I'm sure scouting, seeing what these two teams are bringing to the table. 2016 is the score. Two teams that are battling for the right. Oy! Miscommunication between Valdez and Morente.
Yung ganyan, somebody has to really say mine.
Right. Actually, sumilip si Morente. Hindi niya lang nakita.
Si Valdez.
Ella on the other side is checked by Aganon. Emphatic block by the graduating Mina Aganon. Serving 20. They're expecting a quick, but they give it to Eliza, cross court. Pasa kay Andre Bulla.
Sumali.
Talagang kung kahit saan magpunta po itong partner ko, hindi pwedeng iwanan ng volleyball. Hinahabol ng bola.
That's the fun part.
Yes. And she's always ready to play also. Oh, a floater again. Dangerous times for National U. Do they have a timeout still? They do. The lead is 4.
Ang hina ng service,
Ito namang National University ang gustong kumapit ngayon. Nice kumapit sa Ateneo. 4-point lead. 3 points away are the Lady Eagles from getting their noses in front in this race to the finals. Final stepladder match of season 76 of the UAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. And an error. Coach Edgett did not at all protest the call. And picture says it all. Jaja Santiago waiting in the wings. The lead is 5. Ateneo 2 points away. The elevator on deck.
Great serve.
Alam mo, may halong galit yun.
At saka talagang hindi really wants to get that point.
Determinado eh. And that's what a leader does, really.
And of course, she realizes the urgency
Yeah.
because Ateneo is just 2 points away from closing the set.
Perez. Misreceive. Lazaro able to dig, and Valdez able to get them into set point, and Tai is jogging backwards.
He always does that.
Oh, yung backward
Oo.
jump?
Pag masaya siya,
Oo.
it's backwards.
Nagpa-tape kaya siya ng ankles din. Kiwi Aumiro. It's in her hands. General. Perez. Santiago na naman! Pero nakailalim sa bola.
Gigil.
And the crowd here at Araneta, nagtayuan na. Well, the predominant Ateneo crowd celebrating this 2-1 lead for the right to meet the defending champions, De La Salle University. The final start on Wednesday. National U backs up against the wall. Find out what happens in set number 4. Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action. Boom Gonzalez and Remulla for set number 4. Ito po, quick look at the stats.
Better performance here for the Lady Eagles with more attack points. Yun yung naging problema nila in the second set.
Oo. National U recovering in set number 2. And really a huge set, 25-8. That's, I mean, let's put it bluntly, that's a demolition job already by volleyball standards. And then Ateneo coming back and recovering, winning 25-19. And now, just like that, a team is looking to go back to the finals with almost a brand new core. Only with Eliza and Denden and Ella De Jesus as part of that team that went to the finals. They're a set away. And speaking of Ateneo, let's check in with Selena Dagdag.
Well, you know what, Boom and Ann, earlier in that huddle, nothing was really being said. In fact, it was a very silent huddle, so I asked one of the student managers what was going on, and he told me that apparently the Lady Eagles were meditating. So Coach Tai just wanted the girls to sit still and to focus on the set at hand and go back to just enjoying the game. He wanted them to clear their minds and not to think of the recent set. So hopefully that silent moment would provide for the girls to lead to an even better game as they come into this fourth set. That is all for now, Boom and Ann.
Thank you, Selena. Well, they are the more relaxed team
That's right.
between the two. That's stating the obvious, really.
The meditation definitely helped. And you see that the team is in control. Mga nandun eh, just to make sure, because it might be called out. Making sure that they keep control, but aganon.
This is not over by a long shot. National U has the ability. They showed it in set number 2 that if they put it together and they're controlled and they're happy and they're in a good state of mind, they can beat Ateneo and extend this into a 5th set. Up. The rookie making a mistake there.
Reaching call on Jaja Santiago.
Paki-explain, Ann, yung rule para dun sa mga hindi nakakaintindi ng tawag nila.
So in that case, so si Jaja Santiago already reached for the ball without giving Morado a chance to set it up. In that case, kasi si Morado was going for a one-hand set. So that is a violation.
But they gave it away, courtesy of Baldo. With a free point for NU, tied at 3, set number 4. Urdas, after a great first set, and we haven't heard much of her from then on, and we were talking about how crucial she will be here. Pablo mishitting that.
I guess the issue for NU, it's not really about the question of the skill, because we know that skills, it's there, they're a strong team, they have the build, and they have the height. Yung consistency yung nawawala dito sa NU, and we see that even a team as young as Ateneo sometimes can actually take control.
And rattle them. It's a great attack by Dindin Santiago.
From the back.
Well, she, like we said, she has got to take control of this team now. This is the opportunity. This is where, you know, the big-time players come to play. She's the captain. She's a veteran. She cannot Baga pumayag na to go that way. Ano?
And she's also on her last year.
That's
So
right.
talagang she has to give it her all.
Okay, let's go to Trisha Robrano quickly.
Alam niyo, Bumandaan Fuera sa airs, malaking pet peeve nga ni Coach Edut ang mga nakasimangot. Naniniwala siyang nakaka-apekto ito sa pagbawi dahil una nakakasira ito ng sariling mindset at focus at pangalawa dahil binibigyan ng kalaban ng confidence. Kaya naman sabi niya sa girls, imbis na mapikon, ilabas niyo na lang ang galit niyo sa court. Of course, Coach Edut is disappointed at the girls for being inconsistent, which is why he told the girls to toughen up and grow up fast. He motivates them by telling them that they are only 2 sets away from making history for National Youth, kaya ibigay na nila dapat ang lahat. Alam niyo, Bumandaan, hindi lang si Coach at si Dindin ang nagpapalakas sa loob ng kupunan, kundi ito din si Aiko Ordas at si Ivy Perez. Nung nakausap ko nga sila bago magsimula ang laro, sabi nila inaalay nila ang araw na ito para sa coaches, sa supporters, sa NU, sa star player nilang si God, at sa mga ate nilang si Dindin, si Goki, at si Mina. Sabi nila, hindi ito ang magiging huling laro ng aming mga ate. Back to you, Bumandaan.
It's a matter of perspective for Coach Edgen. We're 2 sets away from the finals. But he's shaking his head from that, again, mental error on the side of National U that could have given them a 3-point lead.
Great serve from Morente.
Ule, Michelle Morente sa likod. De Jesus over the block. Perez chooses Pablo. Pablo. Valdez was there. Morente sends it back and Lazaro gives a high free ball to NU. Oh, and they give it back. De Jesus rejected. Ella will try again off speed. No. Santiago sets up Pablo. And a free ball for Ateneo. Morado. Second ball. No, doesn't work. Pablo. Malayo. But a touch of the net by a Lady Eagle.
A lucky point here for NU. Nakita natin nagkagulo yung NU and she knew that.
A sigh of relief by Myla Pablo. Fungi bar, O-bar sa saya, O-bar sa sarap. A miss-hit by Pablo but a touch on the net of a Lady Eagle giving a point to the number 2 team in the league, National University. In the lead by 2. Nice block.
Ella De Jesus, after that good start, now having a problem. with the net.
8-5. NU ahead. Let's look at this last Betadine block of the set. Betadine 7.5% feminine wash. For Red Days, it's better to be protected. We call that an offensive block. And the C's are in attendance. And some guests, family members. Of course, we're looking at the National Youth Chairman in the middle of that picture, Mr. Hans C. And then the Espejo and the rest of the volleyball team of Ateneo. It's Rexental also, alongside that 16-year-old phenom from the men's volleyball team.
This was finally getting through.
Ateneo losing earlier in game number 1 against National U in the men's volleyball tournament finals. As Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play is what we're watching. Mitsubishi Mirage G4 expect more from the small sedan. Jesus serves, which means Valdez is in front, and what a trick shot by Dindin Santiago, just pushing it over Eliza Valdez.
Saw that opening. Great adjustment by Santiago.
Oishi Owa moment of the game, open up to everyday surprises for Dindin. The lead is 3. That's still playable. Ordas unable to put it away. Ordas just tipped it to the other side without... Those are wasted opportunities, and for National University, look at that.
Yep.
I know what she was trying to do, though.
But obviously the execution, poor execution.
Yes. Lalo ba sila naghahabol, di ba?
Oo.
Jesus pops it up. Valdez. Morado. Back to Baldo.
And he wasn't expecting that.
Let's look at that again from this angle. Right at the net where we are at the center of the action. She points down for her 17th point of the match. Lead is down to 1. You know, she's been serving well today.
Great floater from Akiro.
Kanina pa, no? So we are tied here in set number 4, and with each point, and the pressure builds up for National U.
Saw them relax earlier. Maganda yung ginalaw, but at this point, tense ulit.
Tense, that's the word. But a smart play there by Mina Ganon. Able to swipe it off the Lady Eagle. Let's try to check that again. She swipes it off Morado for the lead. 10 serving 9. Booze probably affecting Dindin there.
And these are points that they can't just give away dahil ang Ateneo lamang na 2 sets to 1. And NU really needs to win this 4th set.
Point by point, it's getting heavier and heavier. Blocked. Valdez also doing it from the defensive end.
Single block. And I guess if you're NU, it would be painful if you lose this series because they actually had a twice to beat advantage. And a younger team like Ateneo, if Ateneo succeeds in stealing this game from them, you know masakit.
And again, miscommunication, mistimed, and a 2-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Sorry for Ateneo, and the Lady Bulldogs call time.
Kanina sabi ko, huwag kang magbibigyan ng harap na ano, papagbibigyan mo na naman siya. Okay? Dapat, bibigyan mo siya ng ganun kay Taker. Okay? Laban. Dalawa lang yan. Sinespect mo sa harap.
Mabagal ang receive.
Maaga pa tayo dito sa set number 4. Patiin natin ang ating mga kapamilya sa Cebu naman. Nanonood sa atin, kasama yan. Maraming salamat. All the way in Cebu. Ayong adlaw sa inyong tanan. Salamat sa inyong pagsuporta at pagamping mong tanan. Pag ayaw mo diha, mula sa amin dito sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action. What's happening to NU, Ann?
NU is crumbling. They are moving tentatively on the floor. Even the reception na maayos naman kanina, no? Ngayon nagkakaproblema sila. Perez unable to set up the second ball.
Jay Morado. 3-point lead. Perez. Perfect set by Cordas. Finally, we hear from her. It's been a while after that first set.
They need to score those points. And everybody, kailangan maramdaman sila ng Ateneo.
Good serve. Valdez on the other side. Chance for NU here to draw closer. They're behind by 2. It's not gonna do it. Valdez lumipat sa kabila. Free ball for the Lady Eagles. Morado chooses Baldo. Nobody going up with her. She gets a high five from Tai Bundit. We watch this again. Ordas was there. Santiago tried to cover and help, but just too quick. Ganon coolly digs it up. Ordas again. Morado pops it right back up. Morente. Off the arms of Perez.
Everything working for the Lady Eagles.
You know, and it's really right now confidence. Right now they're showing, well, we mentioned it, they're loose, but they're also showing, because of that being loose, they're confident.
And you know, the expectation is that for NU to threaten Ateneo, but in this case, it is looking like Ateneo is the one threatening NU.
NU, of course, the number 2 team, 12-2 after the elimination round, and still, you cannot count them out as Jaja Santiago pounds that one in. Tatlo lamang ang abante ng Ateneo. And if there's any team other than LaSalle that can come back, it's obviously the talent of this National University team. Jesus. Nasa ilalim ng bola, no check ball.
Coach Tai asking for a check.
And Elisa will talk to our first referee. Let's look at that. Sumayad dun sa isang daliri ba ni Jaja?
Seemed like it.
But you and I and our audience on ABS-CBN Sports in Action, we have the benefit of the slow-mo. The referees have to judge it on their own. So NU gets that point. Valdez from the back row. Dindin Santiago pops it up. And a free ball will go to the Lady Eagles. Actually, no free ball needed. Miscalculated by Jaja Santiago. 16-13. Back in a moment. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum, we are in the middle of our match between Ateneo and National University, the final step ladder match. Whoever wins, very simple, goes to the finals. De La Salle University waiting in the wings. Sir Richard Palou, part of our UAP board. Coach Janelle Bakuli, they're all in attendance, and very tense moments for him and his team. Down 3, fourth set, Ateneo serving. The favorite team, obviously, is National U. They have the twice-to-beat advantage. That was erased last Wednesday. The situation now down a set and down 3 points here. Up. That is double contact on the part of Ateneo. Great attack by the statuesque Jaja Santiago.
And Perez at this point, at this crucial point, should actually go more and more to her high percentage attackers.
Jaja goes to the back row, and Dindin is back in the front row. Good serve. Over received. That's why it was a good serve. Dindin putting it away. Cutting the lead down quickly to 1 point. Quick 2 points after the good timeout by, well, actually it was a technical timeout that favored Coach Ejit Nabaya. Another good serve, and chance for NU to tie. Courtesy of Myla Pablo.
So that's the kind of set that Pablo wants.
Yes. Excellent attack.
Now also there's going to be a lot of pressure on Perez to really deliver good plays.
Tied at 16 all. 3 quick points by NU here, Anne, after that technical timeout. Pinawi ni Morente yung isa.
He was able to squeeze that in.
Down the line, Morente, the rookie, is showing some variety, some guts, and some composure here. Even as she plays in her first year, she's on deck serving. 17-16. Back set. Pablo crawling through the net, and it is out. We couldn't see it from our angle, but it is out. Let's look at that again. This is a good angle to see it.
It was clearly out.
Thank you very much. Direk Alneri at the helm of this live and exclusive ABS-CBN Sports production. Dindin Santiago saves another point. National U has got to make a move here. And
they have to do it now. They have Santiago, Aganon, and Perez. Perez actually in front. 2 attackers here for NU.
The season is on the line. They have to make a move to extend this. Through the blockers. While
nakahanap na ng paraan kung
it's splitting the block. Two-point lead. They get to the 20-point mark. The lead is 3. Coach Edget Mabayan looking to the bench and seeing what he's going to do. Will they call a timeout? No, they don't. 5 points away from making it back to the finals. Unexpectedly, for most volleyball observers. The battle at the net, playable. Free ball for Ateneo. And they go to Baldo. Coverage by De Jesus. Valdez again, swiped away. Still a playable ball. Valdez is rejected. And a point to NU.
That's how determined NU is to get that point. Binantayan all those sets to Valdez.
That's a great block by Dindin. You see it in her face. She was determined to get that block. Down 2. Lot of volleyball to play here. Great serve by Perez. Valdez again over the block. General. Perez.
Oh, that one was too long.
Great judgment by Denden Lazaro on that play. Mina Ganon really specializes in the cross court if you watch her.
But then in that case, yung approach niya, she was already going towards the middle.
Maikli, Ahumiro, 21-18.
Now for NU, maturity must come into play. Yun ang kailangan nilang ilabas, the experience.
Ordas is blocked. Dindin is blocked. Oh, that is big. That is big. 22-18. NU will call a timeout at this crucial juncture of this step-ladder match. Do or die Saturday and a Betadine block of the set. Betadine, 7.5% feminine wash. For red days, it's better to be protected.
Nasaan ka? Magkano kayo? Pag binigay sa'yo sa dulo, panatan mo or sama-sama ito.
Fighter tayo! Lalaban tayo!
Season on the line, Ann.
That's right. But if you're supporting Ateneo, of course, you're very happy. And even, I think, no, itong players ng Ateneo, sabi nga, hindi inaasahan na aabot sila ng finals. If they do get this game today, another finals appearance here for Ateneo.
With a brand new team, kind of, you can say, no?
It's a brand new, I mean, they lost 5 players from last year.
Key players too. Valdez, part of that team in the finals the last 2 years. The pickup by the rookie Morente. Valdez, cross court. Pablo digging it up. The lead is 4. Valdez tipping it. Ateneo's 2 points away. And NU is crumbling here, and
NU had that twice to beat advantage. Boom. Ateneo winning the game last Wednesday. This game, they're looking strong, steady, and really confident.
And it's because of that man, Tai Bundit, the coach and cheerleader. It's in Amy Ahumiro's hand, and she's been serving well today. General with the dig. Dindin finding it and putting it away. Her UAAP career also on the line right now, and you see the determination behind that kill. She is serving now. 19, serving 23. That's it.
She's doing everything that she can to keep NU in the game.
Well, Ateneo came back 21-24. NU are down 20-23. Let's see if they can do the same to force a fifth.
But
Good serve.
they need support. At this point, Din needs support.
Great serve by Din Santiago. Coach Tai is looking at his bench, looking at consulting with Coach Parley. Do they call a timeout? They do. 23-21, and Din able to get 2 quick points for NU.
Hey, when we Viking recover, lower body, first time, it is strong, can do, can win. We win.
Well, the side story the whole season was the communication problem, but doesn't seem to be a problem amongst them.
That's right, and already in a very festive mood. Ito nga si Coach Taibon din.
Always continuously trying to release the pressure from the girls.
And I guess he sees that it works. On the other hand, here for NU, kita natin all the effort of Din. We don't want it to go to waste. Ang kailangan niya is support from the rest of the team.
She can't do it alone, but she's doing fine from the service area 3 straight times. Now they have a chance here. Jaja, inabot, joust at the net, and it is NU point.
Last touch.
22-23.
Again, like what you said, Boom, this has been done before.
Yes.
This is the kind of game we want to watch.
Kay Tajima saying a little prayer here. From 1923, 3 straight points by the captain on deck serving. Oh! Big time! Service error by the captain. After producing 3 great serves, we are at match point and Coach Edget is in disbelief.
That is a crucial error for Santiago, who's been serving very well.
In the hands of the rookie now.
It could just cost them this game.
Ateneo with a chance to put this to bed. Valdez. Nope. Santiago, nervous moments here at the Araneta Coliseum. De Jesus, sorry. Barrado to Valdez. And she brings the team back to the finals. Unbelievable effort.
They had to beat NU twice. Again, stepladder format. They had to go through it the hard way, Boom.
And heartbreak on the other side. Din Santiago plays her last UAAP game. She tried and she did her best to bring the team back. 3 straight points for her off the service. But you kept saying it. She couldn't do it alone. I mean, it's not just about that last serve. It's really throughout the game.
Which, you know, things would have been easier.
Yep.
But again, nothing to be ashamed of. They've gone this far. For Ateneo, it was really a game well fought. And you see each and every one really contributing.
I believe that 7 straight wins for the Lady Eagles, who many observers think are coming together at the right time.
And what makes this win even sweeter is that nobody was expecting that they would actually make it to the finals.
Look at them clobber their coach to dispel any kind of rumor of whether they do love playing for Coach Tai. That is a picture that pretty much says it all.
Happy team, a team that played with a strong heart.
But you gotta feel for Myla Pablo and the rest of National University. Aganon graduating, Saliban graduating, Santiago Din graduating. Pablo will have another crack at it next year, but the heartbreak is very evident, and as a sports fan, you'll always have to feel for National University. But you can't deny what Ateneo has done here so far.
They rejoice, very happy.
An RCBC life-changing move, RCBC Savings Banks, My Loans, it's life-changing. You go where Eliza Valdez goes, and she brings them back to the finals. The leading MVP candidate, Valdez right there. This was earlier in the match. As
Valdez.
Ateneo wins it.
Always with a very good performance. Also, of course, taking on the leadership role here for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, that's the other difference, you know. So just like in that other match, and they do it in 4 sets, 25-22, 8-25, 25-19, 25-22. And Ateneo marches to the finals after the graduation of guys like Kainglet and Gretchen Ho and Jem Ferreira and the rest of the Lady Eagles. Look at this. This is, at match point, the extension and the put away by the girl fondly known as Baldo. The celebration that ensues, it is a picture worth seeing over and over again. And just the unbridled joy for the Lady Eagles to get to the finals, to meet their collegiate rivals once again for the 3rd straight year. Gatorade fueled player of the game. Is there any doubt? Eliza Valdez, Gatorade win from within. 5 blocks too, Anne.
Excellent performance once again for Valdez. And of course, we expect her leadership again as they face LaSalle in the finals.
LaSalle has been able to clamp down on her during the matches that they played this year. And you better believe it that LaSalle will have that kind of a game plan again. The difference though, the others in the last 3-4 games for Ateneo have been able to contribute more than in the previous elimination game.
That's right. And maybe at this point, we see a young team like Ateneo already peaking at the right time here in the league. Saktong-sakto sa finals.
Ayun, sakto nga. Morente, De Jesus, Ahumiro, Patnongon, and of course the overall defensive prowess of Denden Lazaro, who's been mopping the Araneta Coliseum with her body, just diving all over the place.
Pero cool lang yun.
Syempre, tama. This is our schedule. On Wednesday, we troop back here to this mecca of sports and entertainment for game number 2 of the men's volleyball finals. Ateneo against National University. National University leading that series 1-0. And then, of course, in the second game, finally, LaSalle comes back to action. And
that's right. A lot of people, of course, anticipating the finals of yung women's. At matagal din napahinga itong LaSalle. So everyone's also excited to see them back on the floor.
But right now, Coach Ty and the girls, I'm sure, are going to take this moment, this afternoon, this evening, to soak in the celebration of the win as they beat the twice-to-beat National University to catapult themselves into the finals for another crack at something that has eluded them so far in women's volleyball. Today, NU men's volleyball winning in straight sets in the earlier game. And in the second game, the Lady Eagles, courtesy of Eliza Valdez, winning over the National University Lady Bulldogs. For Selena Dagdag, Trisha Robredo, Anne Remulla, Direct Al Neri, and the wonderful team behind ABS-CBN Sports, I'm Boone Gonzalez saying so long from the Araneta Coliseum. We'll see you Wednesday for Championship Wednesday here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
The following has been a special presentation of ABS-CBN Sports.